You know I was muted. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Hello. Please let me know if you can hear me now. But I think you can hear me now. I've been unmuted. Oh yes. Thank you very much. I didn't know I'd been speaking for minutes. So I think I'll just go over what I just said earlier on, right? So my name is Ibukun, and I'm the community manager at SwiftXR. And SwiftXR is a no-code tool where you can build XR projects, whether you want to build AR projects or VR projects. You can use SwiftXR and you can publish easily. You don't have to get a 3D artist separately or get an XR expert to help you. You can do everything on our platform and get it published. And today you'll be having the first live session for the 10-day build challenge. Now, why did we organize the 10 debut challenge? It's basically to help you that I'm speaking to right now, that can hear me right now, to help you build your first Excel project, get feedback from experts, and just publish, right? We don't want you to just stay at the point of, oh, I'm learning. We want you to go from learning, from ideas to deployment, right? To publish that idea you have in your mind. So that was what I was saying. I'm saying that right now. Kindly introduce yourself in the chat section. Tell me your name and where you are from, the country you are from, and let's get started. So I'll be waiting for that. I would like to meet you in the chat while I share my screen. Okay, Miracle from Lagos. Hello, Miracle. How are you doing today? Okay, Miracle is a 3D artist from Lagos. Welcome. All right. Now, can you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen now, and there's an introduction to SwiftXR slide on my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, Antonio Yedikachi from Nigeria. You're a Unity developer. Beautiful. All right. Please let me know if you can see my screen before I go forward. All right, you can see my screen. Thank you so much. So the first thing I will take us through before we go into the live demo is an overview of SwiftXR, right? What is SwiftXR? What can it do? Who are those? Who is it meant for? Right? And after we go through that, we'll go into the tool itself. I trust that you've signed up already on SwiftXR or for day one. That was the first thing we did, right? So if you're here to sign up on SwiftXR, go to swiftxr.io. I'm going to paste the link in the chat right now. So sign up already so that when I start, you can also follow through with me as I work. So SwiftXR, introduction to SwiftXR. So today we'll look at what SwiftXR is, the use cases, what can you do with SwiftXR, and then we'll go into the live demo. SwiftXR is a no-code web platform where designers, businesses, and developers can create interactive experiences, right? It helps you to share design faster, save development effort, and reduce publishing cost. Right? Without the tool like SwiftXR, if you want to create XR projects, you need a lot of resources, right? You need a 3D artist, you need an Excel expert to help you. It's a lot of work. But with SwiftXR, you don't even have to code to create AR and VR projects. Now, our focus. Who are we focused on? Number one, non-technical users. Like I said, it's a no-code platform, so non-technical users will find it great to use. And that thing is it is easy to use. It's also meant for developers who are looking for how to iterate and make their work more exciting. 3D artists and businesses, especially e-commerce brands, right? We have a tool on Shopify and Wix specifically for small business owners, e-commerce owners. Now, why SwiftXR? 3.1 billion mobile devices are available in the world, and this tool can work, right? It's available. We have businesses that are ready to spend on AR VR projects, right? As at 2020, $18.8 billion was spent on AR VR. So why not? The customers are also ready. 71% of customers say they will shop more often if they use AR to view the products they are buying. Now, SwiftXR, we have many tools that are already integrated into the SwiftXR tool. So if you're using this tool, you don't need to you don't need to bother yourself with how to integrate or how to add them or use them together with SwiftXR. We have them integrated. So tools like Canva, Shopify, Wix, they all work, well alongside SwiftXR, Blender, and so on. Ucraft, Framer, Squarespace, and so on. Now, you can do so much more with SwiftXR, right? You can, when you publish your project, you can get access to, you can get a QR code to publish, to view your project. You have access to lots of 3D models on our platform and so many other things. That's some of the features of SwiftXR. You'll be seeing them when we get into the live demo. So let me not bore you at this point. When we get on the platform, you're going to see these tools and how you can use them. Now, how does it work? How does SwiftXR work? It's very simple, right? The first thing is to create a project, then drop your 2D model. If you have a 2D image and you want to change it to a 3D model, you can do that. And if you already have a 3D model that you want to use, you can also do that. If you also want to use our models, we have lots of 3D models in our asset store. You can also get and use any of those. Then edit, do whatever edit you want, and publish and view in AR or VR. It's that simple. Now, use cases. Who are those that SwiftXR is meant for? In what fields can you use this? So people in real estate who want to have like virtual tour with their clients can use SwiftXR to do that. If you want to have an artwork showcase, a virtual artwork showcase or exhibition, SwiftXR is also perfect for that. E-commerce brands, we have lots of customers who use our platform to showcase their products on their e-commerce store. So even as a developer, right, you can use SwiftXR to, when you are building your customers' e-commerce store, you can integrate SwiftXR such that they are able to show their product in AR or VR format. Education, fashion, manufacturing. Now, I know that many of you are already on our Discord channel, right? Because that is where the entire communication about the demo, about the challenges is on, right? But you can still invite your friends, tell them to join us to learn more about AR and VR. Now, let's get into the live demo. Let me know if you can see my new screen. Just tell me yes in the chat so I know you can see my new screen. Let me know if you can see my new screen before I go on. All right, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, this is the Swift. When you sign up, this is the first. This is after you sign up on SwiftXR, you come to the home page. This is what you first see, right? And yesterday, I sent two videos to the platform, to Discord, right? The first one gives you an overview of this interface. So if you've watched that video, you already know everything here, right? And then the second video shows you the inside of the editor, right? So I may not spend so much time here, right? Since I already sent a video, so you can watch that video, but we can just do a quick. Let's just quickly take a quick look around before we get started with creating our first project. Now, of course, you have the home page here. This is where you have all your projects, your recent projects, and then underneath projects, you also have templates. These are templates that we already created that you can pick from if you don't want to start your project from scratch. Under projects here, this is dedicated solely to projects. So under projects, you can create folders for different projects you are working on. Say you have different clients and you want to organize their work into specific folders. You can create folders here for specific work. Your project can also be categorized into drafts and published. So if you start working on a project and you've not published it yet, it will be under drafts. But once you publish it, it goes under published. This is just to make your workspace very clean and your work very organized. Templates here, like I said, there are templates that will be already created that you can pick from. Let's take a look at the educational e-notebook, for example. Let's just take a look at this, one of our templates. All right. So this is an education template for a biology class. So if you're a teacher and you want to create an ARGL project for your students to understand the human anatomy, the skeleton, the heart, the cranium, right? The skull. This is a project you can easily just publish and make your own. You can edit it and publish it and make it your own. So it's already created. It's a template that you can easily edit and you have it ready for publishing. Just come here and publish and you are ready. Let's go back to the home page. If you are still following me, just let me know. My goodness. All right. Okay. Under analytics here, you have like analytics. Okay, how many views does your project have? How many active projects do you have? And things like that. Integrations, the tools that we are integrated with, Wix, Shopify, Canva, and so on and so forth. Right? If you just go here, you see more of those platforms that we are integrated with. Right. Then invite and earn. This is an opportunity to invite people to use SwiftXR, and when somebody signs up with your unique link, they get 40% of their first subscription, while you earn up to $25 credit per referral. So can you see? So if you're here to refer somebody, this is an opportunity for you to earn more credit that you can use to work. So credit is what you can use to create projects on SwiftXR. So the more you refer, the more you what? The more you earn. Now, let's go. Okay, let me just do a quick overview of this place. These are tutorials. Here, this takes you to our YouTube channel where we have tutorials that can help you learn more about the platform. Learn here takes you to our Gitbook channel, our Gitbook platform rather, where you can read articles on how to use the the SwiftXR tool, our community here. And here you can give us feedback on the tool, ask us for new features, right? You can also do that on the Discord channel if you want. And let's go into creating now. Let's get into creating our first project. So simply click create project. All right. Okay. Now we are inside the SwiftXR editor, right? And on the left side of the editor here, you can see components. Under components, we have 3D, we have basic, and we have art. We also have layers that shows you like the body and layer of whatever 3D model you have here. You have files, so if you want to store files like your logo or any files that you always use for projects, you can store them here. Is a setting where you can, if you want, you can rename your project, you can give it a description and do other settings. Video tutorials takes you to our YouTube channel, as I mentioned earlier, while the last button is the editor tour button to give you a quick tour of the entire platform. Now, components here, this is where you have the feature. This is where the components that you can use to build your project are, right? Whether you want to build an augmented reality project, a virtual reality project, and so on. Basic here, it helps you add columns. So if you want to, the education template I showed us earlier, you can see that it had about that different columns, right? There was one column that was this way and that was this way, just to give your work more flow. If you want to add more than one model into a particular project, you can do that using these columns here. It just gives you that beautiful layout, right? And you have art here. Here you have your artwork viewer and AI artwork viewer. So this helps you create artwork. The AI artwork viewer helps you to create artwork from AI, right? You just need to describe what you want it to create and it creates it for you using AI. Now let's create our first project. I'd like to ask, what would you like us to create? I'd like to hear in the chat. I want to know what you want us to create, and I'm going to work on that. What kind of project? So let me just start, then we're going to be when we get into the where we'll choose. So let's create an augmented reality project. So let's say, for example, so the first thing I would ask, let me not even get into it. Let me ask, what kind of project are you looking to build in this 10-day build challenge? That's what is going to determine the direction I'm going to take. What kind of project are you looking to build? So I want someone to answer me. Then from there, I create a sample. What kind of project are you looking to build in this 10-day build challenge? If nobody answers, I'm just going to go on and create something. I'm trying to give somebody expo now. Yes, okay, VR project. What kind of VR project? A game. Okay, that may take us more time. Or something simple. Something simple. Okay, I think I have an idea of something I want to create. Let's do that. Again, may take us a lot more time, but let me have something in mind, right? So let's create let's say it's an e-commerce platform, right? An e-commerce, and the person wants to sell let's say chairs. So let's start with the lowest level, right? The simplest, because I want you to see how simple it is to use this platform. So let's create an augmented reality project that you will view. So when we create our augmented reality project, you will see how it works. Then you can now, make it into your own style. So let's do that first. So like I said, you can add your own 3D model if you have. You can also make 3D model from photos. You can browse our library. We have lots of 3D assets. You can request a 3D model from us and you can scan a product. Let's just browse already made templates, already made 3D models that we have in our asset store, right? So let's use this chair. So I want to make it as simple as possible so you know how easy it is to actually use the platform. Now you have this chair and you can see it, of course, it's in 3D, right? You can see it already. It's seen in a store. Okay, yes, you can do that too. So let's start with this. I'm going to, now, this chair right now is just on a blank canvas, right? So let's now put it in an HDRI environment. What does that mean? Let's take it away from this static and white background into like a real store, sort of like a real store. What you have to do is simply go to um, properties. You can see on the right side of the editor here, you can see design and properties. So under properties, just go on to lighting. You can see lighting. Then you see 3D objects background. Now you can decide to upload the image of your scene if you already have one. So I'm following Miracle's request now. So you can decide to upload a scene here if you already have an image, or you can go to our HDRL library. So let's just quickly do that. So we don't have an HDRL background of a shop, but we have that of a hotel room, a studio. We have many of okay. Okay, we have a decor shop. Good. We have a decor shop, so I'm going to use that. Let me know if you saw what I just did. Kindly let me know. If you saw what I just did now, kindly just tell me yes. I'm waiting for feedback before I continue. All right. So this is already made. You already have this chair in a scene. And it's as simple as that, right? However, if you want to make it more, you want to iterate it to your style, you can decide to change the color of the chair. Simply go back to properties, that same properties. Let's close lighting for now. Go to customization options here. Enable it. Now you can see chair cover. This is the chair cover. Add a new variant. So this new variant is where you can now change the color of the chair. Just click the color. And you see we've changed this chair now to red. Can you see that? You can also decide to label your 3D model, right? Go to hotspot label here. Another hotspot label, you can label your 3D model. So let's label, this is the backrest of this chair. To do that, just come to, still under properties, come to hotspot labels. Add new hotspot label. Okay, let's first work on. So are we going to, how do you want people to know, how do you want people to interact with the hotspot? Do you want them to just see it on it, or you want them to click on that part of the object before they see the label, or you want them to just hover on it? So let's just click. So on click, once they click, they see it, then text, so that we can write the name of that part of the object. So on click now, you go to add new hotspot label. First thing is to click. Okay. So the first thing is to click, right? Let me delete that entry and do it again. So you've done this, right? So let's add new hotspot label. You can see I just clicked the body of the backrest and this thing just moved. Now, what you now have to do is write the title of the hotspot. So what's the part, what's this part of the chair called? The backrest. So you can just describe it. And then you update. You can see it's already placed on it. If you want to update, if you want to label another part, just go to add new hotspot position. Let's say you want to do work on the leg. Okay. So that's for the first hotspot, the backrest that we already labeled. If you want to add more, just go back to add new hotspot label and it just takes you right there. Don't know why this moved. Okay. So it's back on the backrest. So that's how to label, right? To label products using SwiftXR. We can close this. So really, the possibilities are endless. Now, I'd like us to create another project. But before that, yeah, let's create another project underneath. Just come to, depending on the kind of project you want to create, go to augmented reality or virtual reality. So, augmented reality. Let's use our. Okay, before that, I want us to use the different. I want us, let's go to move to another page. So this is another page we have now. Just if you want to go to another page, just click any of these and it will open another page down for you. That's all. Now, I want us to use the columns, those columns I showed us earlier. First thing is you come under component here and come open basic. 3 columns. I want us to create a project that has 3 objects. So 3 columns. Okay. Oh, sorry. You just added it to the latest one beneath. So I already added it like 3 times now. And that's why it's showing this way. So I like to delete. I like to delete this. delete this. I'm deleting everything. I'll start from the beginning so you can see how I got here. So let's create a new project underneath. 3D. Oh, sorry. So you can see you have it here. I want this project to go up. Except you have to create a new one, a new page. I didn't want that, but I guess we'll have to do that. So let's save this, right? I would not publish it. I will not publish it at the moment, but I want us to still come back to it. So let's just go back to the home page and then we start a new project. I want to show you how you can really make use of that three columns. You know, if you want to display three things at the same time on your SwiftXR project. Let's go back to the home page and create a new project from the beginning. Let me know if you are still following me and if this is still interesting to you. So I'm creating a new project for our build challenge. So I'm naming that build challenge since we already have 10-day build challenge. All right. Now let's create a project with 3 columns. You can see. Let's just drag this down. All right. Now for this first column, let's do like a fashion piece. For this first column, let's add a designer bag. Sorry. Sorry. So what you have to do is you already created your, because the one I created now went on another page. That's this page. But that's not what I want, right? I want the image, I want the 3D model to be in this first column. So I'll just click the first column, come to augmented reality or any of the features that you want to use, and just place it right here. So consider it is loaded inside that column. So that's what I want to achieve, not on another page. So let's look for the bag. Again, designer bag. And you can see it right within that specific column. For the second one, just click the column again, drag in, and takes you to the library where you can get your 3D assets, or if you want to upload your assets, whichever option you like. Let's go next for let's take this Jordan. Okay, this heels. Let's go with this heels. All right. And then for this last one, let's go with this plaid skirt. All right. You can see this already, right? Beautiful. Now, if you want to, let's say you are trying to create like, um, let's say, to style someone. I want to just show them the pieces of the fashion pieces that you want them to use. You can just use these columns to show, different aspects. I like to take this up a bit. So if you can do some naming. So say you want us to give a description of the entire project, and just do that. Click text. So click here. And decide to just make this bold. Change the color if you want. Right? Can change the font. Can change the style. Can make this 35. Can decide to change the color of the bag. So just come under properties, click the item you want to change. Come under properties, customization options, enable, and add new variants. So that's the part, the gold metal part is what I clicked here, right? Even because it has this, it's a multicolored bag, right? So depending on the parts that you want to change the color, you click it here under material. You can choose another part of the bag to another color. Okay, there's already purple there. Let's use yellow. That I actually see how it looks. So the yellow is very faint. Um, just add new variant. So just really helps you just really just edit as you like. Let's use red. It just really helps you play around with the work, right, as you like. Let me take this back to the normal color it was. Let me just undo those actions and make it purple as it was. Let me just delete this variant. All right. So it's now purple. It's all purple, except the gold part. So for this, we have to go back there. So see, it's now it's back to its default color. So is there a limit? Yes, there is a limit. Especially when you want to, I'm just saying your question now, miracle. Especially when you want to change your 2D image to a 3D model, there is a limit of what you can upload. Yes. but shouldn't be much. We can try, we can even check that out right now. Those are that project, right? So it's just as simple as this. And to publish, I like, let's publish this. Just come here to under publish. So before publish, you can still preview. So preview here is like a way for you to get a temporary link to view your project, right? For that, you can just, instead of clicking publishing, because when you click publish, you have to use some credits. But with preview, it's like it's free, but the link is temporary. So if you want to, if you create a project for a client and you want them to give you their feedback, right, before you finally publish it and make it go live, you can use the preview link to do that. So just click preview here, and it gives you a shareable preview, a shareable preview link that you can test before you finally publish. So you just create link. It's still building preview. So it's still building up. Okay, it's taking a lot more time than I thought, probably because of my network. But this is what preview can give you. So let's just go into publishing, because that may take us even more time. So let's just get into that. Because I want to share the link with you and I want you to view it in your space. This is an AI project. So let's just go to publish. Okay, the preview link already got generated. Anyway, let's just publish. Okay, if I want to upload it to the if I want to upload a 3D scene for my Blender, okay, I'm not sure, you've not completed the question. Miraculous, you said if you want it, if I want to upload it. Okay, I said that, is there a limit to the size if you want to upload a 3D scene for me? Oh, is that what you're saying? Okay, yes, there is, but you have to, when you try it on, then it tells you the limits, right? I hope you understand that. Okay, thank you. So just publish here. So it's building. It's just showing you progress. Okay, from building it goes to compiling, uploading, and then deploying. Let's just wait for that as it loads. Okay, we have our link. We have our link ready. So you can simply click and copy the link. I'll be sharing the link right now in the chat. I want you to view this project. I want you to click and view this project. I already shared the link in the chat, so click it and view it. But there are also other ways that you can use your links. You can get a QR code here. You can decide to open it, and it opens on that tab. I just clicked open and just opened on this tab here, the new tab, the new screen I'm sharing. You can see that, right? Yeah. So I've shared the link with you in the chat. I want you to actually click that link and click the view in your space button to view it in your space. You can also decide to embed it if you're a developer working on your website. You can embed it, just click embed, and you can get the HTML code, React, JSX code, like that. And you are set to publish on those platforms. So this is a quick tour, right, of how to create your first project on SwiftXR. And I hope this was helpful to help you get started. By tomorrow, Friday, by 12 p.m. is the deadline to submit your idea, because you need to start building, right? So I'll be expecting and waiting for our responses on the Discord channel so that we can kickstart with building. So we've come to the end of today's demo. If you have any questions, kindly ask your questions. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them. Okay, I'll take that as no question. Or if you have any other question, if it comes to your mind after this live stream, you can always send it to the Discord channel, and I'll be happy to answer you. So thank you so much for joining us for this 10-day build challenge. I look forward to what you will build, and I can't wait to go on this journey with you the next few days. Thank you very much for attending today's live demo. Have a beautiful day ahead. Bye.